Okay. Um, you might notice that I've just rubbed a little bit out. So we're going to continue this, just finishing off this question. But what I've done, I've gone all the way back to here because, as I said to you earlier about when you skip steps, you can make a few mistakes. So, and I spotted a schoolboy error. So I'm just going to start from here and be sensible and slow and do it how it should be done. So I will take that across, and let's just take care. You want to take care and be conscientious. So we're dividing the square root of 2 over 2, and that is same as if we were going to do that. So we're just going to flip that over, and that's going to give us 4. That times that is 4, and that'll be a 6. And then we're going to get 3 times the square root of 2. And now this is, again, as I say, these questions, each one has their own kind of way of tricking you, or tripping you up. Sorry, not tricking you, but tripping you up. And this is exactly it. We haven't seen, we've seen where we're left with this, and we know what to do with this. We just times that by top and bottom to get that square root, on the top rather than the bottom. However, we've now got a constant. We've got a 3 next to the 2. So it's a case of, well, does the same thing work? And I want to basically spend time illustrating this because we can get to the answer easily. But in this instance, it's a bit trickier. So what if, if you know whether or not you could take everything, or if you could just take this. So let's just experiment, and let's just take the 2 and see what we get. To be honest, I'm not going to work this out. I'm going to show you with numbers to sort of show that it doesn't work out. Okay, I'm going to show you how it does work out, and I've done a little bit over of work over here previously. Okay, but in fact I won't use that. I'll do it from the beginning. So let's put some numbers in. Let's try some numbers equivalent to this. Easy numbers. I did. This is what I wanted to go over here to check what I did. So 2 square root 9. So we'll do 2 square root 9 because we know that's 3. We'll see, talk and walk at the same time. Let's see. So that'll be a 9, and we have 3 square root 4. And we want to experiment, and we want to see what we need to. Let's work it out. So the square root of 9 is 3, times 2 is 6, and square root of 4 is 2, times 3 is 6. Right. So the answer we're looking for is 1. So let's see if we were to just do top and bottom, times it by the square root of 4, because that could be your instinct if you weren't sure what to do. And the answer you'll get is square root of 4 is 2, square root of that is 3, so 3 times 2 is 6, and that'll be 12. And so we want a 12. If you want to get 1, that needs to be a 12. So square root of 4 is 2, so that's 6, times 2 is 12. See that? 2 times 2 is 4, 4, 8, 12. Which means that that works. It means that actually works. But let's see if it would have worked if we chose to put the 3 there. So if we put a 3 there, 3 there, That's 2, 6. So we want a number that divides the top. So that's 2 times that is 6. Times 6 of 18. 18 is 36. And this is 2 times that, 3, 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 3 is 36. So, in actual fact, my instinct was to say that you couldn't do that. But in actual fact, you can do both. It's a case of whatever you do, it sort of proves that you're balancing the equation out. It's just you got to make sure you keep the ratio the same, and that's why you got to do the top and the bottom to equal the same. So anyway, we'll rub this out and finish this question off. Where were we? Okay, so let's just do this thing. So 4. Let's just times the top. So that's 4 times 12, and that's on the bottom. 2 times square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. So that is 6. And I mean the answer given, you see, is why I had a little bit of, I was unsure about this question, was because the answer given was that. So and I've ended up with this. So how would you go about doing this? You need to know a little bit about surds, what we can do with this 12. So this is actually the same as the school is 6 times 2. You can also do 4 times 3. Okay, so it's the same as 4 times 3, and you square that. So that's that. That gives you your surd. And now you've got 4 times 3, which is 12. And then you've got that 4 times 12, which is 48. And then 6 into 48 goes how many times? 36, 8. So you get 8 over 6. Okay. Which is also the same. If you divide, the highest common factor is 2 here. So then you've got 4, and you've got 3. And that's how you end up with 4 over 3 over that. So he wanted you to play around with some surd work at the end. We've kind of, that was a really, really bummer of a question. And there was so many other sort of ways that you could trip up there. I mean, we had to suss out that you were able to do just take the square root of 2 and do that, rather than doing the 3 as well. Doing the 3 as well would have been more work, but you could have done that, as we just found out with our work. It's quite interesting, and I advise you to kind of really go through all that and find out what you don't know. The bit on surds, because I mean all these questions is asked that you do it in surd form. So I mean, accordingly, you should, if you're doing these questions, it would be expected that you know how to do surds. But if you don't, there is a section on surds, a chapter on surds. So just go to there, and that'll show you kind of everything you need to know. And we will do another question, and they're getting harder. They're getting harder. So I look forward to seeing the next question.